AC was scamming.
Take me back to the 90s because there's so many scams that I'm prepared to run.
Like, how many people are like regular business people now that ran some great scams in the 90s, but we don't know that they were running a scam in the 90s?
Look,
but now they're like a drug dealer. It's almost like a drug dealer, and they clean their money up. And now you like, oh, dang, they own 4 McDonald's. That's a good dude.
I went on a bad check writing spree back in 2001, and I made it through that, but I never scammed again. Right? Like you just like I made it through. Like you don't want to get greedy.
Yeah. I had a couple partners working at Sears, give me some TVs and PlayStation.
It's some other scams I can't mention yet because statute of limitations. But what I'm saying is that I'm still here, and look, I don't press my luck, but if I could go back to the early 90s, what I know right now, I'd have, bruh.
So apparently the United States is one of the only countries to not have a premium call number anymore. Every other country has a premium call number still.
What do you mean, a 900 number?
Yeah, but they call them premium numbers. That's what they call it. But all these other countries
got like internet restrictions too, don't they?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about 30, 40, 50 countries still have like premium numbers. South Africa, Egypt, Japan, South Korea, Austria, Belgium, Croatia, Czech Republic, England, France. I'm talking about like all these. We're the only ones that don't, basically. Look, Germany, Italy.
And we pay for everything else, though.
We got the OnlyFans.
Like we pay for everything else. Like we may not be paying for that, but we paying for other crap. Absolutely.
So there are still 900 numbers in the U.S., but they are not there. It's the North American. It's a North American numbering plan. It's 900 numbers, but they're rarely used in the United States as a still. Started in 1940s. 900 numbers did.
Sure, when they still using KL5. Such.
Right. It's all when you still call somebody, be like, "Hey, I need to call Lucy." Right. And put my plugging them in.
Klondike 5724.
Call Evergreen Terrace.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's right. Which is funny. Like that's the Simpsons number. 742 Evergreen Terrace is the Simpsons. But my grandma, I remember looking through like some of her stuff once, and there was a business card that had the prefix on there. And what the hell was it? I don't remember if it was a funeral home or what, but it was, when I saw that, I was like, how old is this?
Yeah, because my mom said like back like this in the 60s and 70s, I guess when you lived in certain sides of town, you had to dial the certain numbers, how the south side
I grew up on the north, so 385 was mine.
Yeah, I got 383.
And then I want to say
382 is another one.
381 is Baden-ish.
Yeah.
361 was the West.
And 361 was the West.
361, because that was my other grandma, that was Bartman and Belt. So depending on where you live.
I know 355 was North County.
Yep. And 741.
And 741. Yeah. And 869. 869 is Jennings.
241 was down over off of Cass.
Yeah. What was 868? What was 868?
Southside.
Yeah, I was saying Southside.
Yep. Southside was 772, 771.
Yeah.
771. Dang.
The good old days.
Back in the day, back when you knew somebody's phone number.
Yeah.
So as we go, I want to segue into another topic here, but we could go in. What scam would you have run back in the 90s? Going off his piggyback off Stacy's, I think I'm taking me back. What scam would you look back and be like, dang, what I would have ran this scam in the 90s if I'd have known to scam to run?
I don't even know, man.
One, it had been the internet. I'd have done something.com and it's essentially you had to get in and get out before you hit that .com bubble. But when everybody was on it, it was like you got to be that time traveler to know you got to get in, get that money, and get the hell up out, because if you don't, like, you're gonna get that bubble. That or chain letters.
Mm.
Ooh.
Was that letter stuffing scam basically?
Like, so those, or just the chain letters of, send this letter to 10 other people and blah, 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 or you, and if you do, that you get this, money and blah, like, so doing it that way, or hell, again, internet shit, or take that back. We know for a fact that the IRS will never call you. We know the Social Security Administration will never call you, but you didn't know that then. So absolutely would have been calling.
Oh yeah. What's your routing number?
Like, I'd have got everything off of you.
Do you think a lot of people did got like that maybe, and like they just don't talk about it?
Oh, niggas, grandmas got hit every day.
But I'm talking about regular people, like not even older people.
Like it's just that lack of knowledge. So just even right now, we live in a pretty synced up world, internet wise. But even with that, there are still some people that are lagging in that have no idea how to use computer, don't understand any of that. So you could get over on some shit right now with folks. Like we think of old people being the ones that get scammed the most. No, young niggas getting scammed because they don't pay attention.
Here's a perfect example. Like I don't see it too much anymore, but when you see people say their page got hacked, they was trying to turn $300 into $3,000. They probably all right. Like when they'll send you like a DM maybe on Instagram or Facebook. I never answer. I just always delete it because it's too good to be true. It's like it's like Western Union or Cash App somebody $300. And then you'll get 3,000 back. Like
everybody puts money into this little pot. Usually around Christmas is when it starts showing up. But they slowed down over recent years.
Oh no, here's a throwback one. I know all y'all got this one. Hello, I'm a Nigerian prince.
That was the one I was gonna run. That's the one I was gonna say I was gonna run. In the early 2000s too, like early 2000s, sending out like. Because back then it was hard to get caught in spam traps too. Like
I have so much money to get rid of.
I'd be like, I'm a prince. I'm locked up right now. I just want to get you. Just send me your money.
Just got scammed like a year or two ago, man. Shit. She got scammed out like $20,000. This dude saying he went to space. He needed $30,000 to get back.
Now, how much would that have been able to run in the early 2000s? Like Stacey was saying, like, or late 90s. Like, if you only had that many people have an email
in the 90s, though.
But think about the early late 90s. How many people really had an email like that? Like,
exactly.
That's something real.
It's like I said, you have to get in early. So you got to get the people who have an email address. And again, that's not that many people because it's who has access to the internet, who has access to a computer. So you're not going to get a lot of folks, but the people that you are going to get can afford it. Like that's the thing. That's your other difference, right? Is that at that time, you wasn't no Wi-Fi. Like
people with money had the access to the internet first.
People
they had
money
home computers.
Had access to the internet, and you had access to a computer. Like, so I did have a computer in my house, and I did have, my dial-up modem, but, I had like a compact Rosario, right? But it was, like I was lucky to have that. Compared to, other friends who I knew who didn't have computers, right? It's people, again, it's kids right now that still don't have a laptop or a computer in their home. So it's at that time, just like back when VCRs used to cost thousands of dollars, right? So you got to get the people that can afford that. So I'd have been
back when a 50-inch was the biggest TV you could get.
I'm talking about
and look, and when you got that 50-inch, it wasn't leaving the home. Like it was gonna be whoever bought your house.
Whoever bought the house kept the TV.
I'm talking about I mess around having office space, people coming in, investors. I'm showing them all kinds of, and this is what we gonna do, and this blah blah whole damn thing. Made the whole damn presentation using word art and shit. And now, like in Microsoft Paint, and then when everybody comes back looking for me, office is clear. Ain't nobody seen me. I'm out of it. Like it's full scam.
But for our younger listeners, y'all don't understand. Y'all may not understand. Like when someone got like then, at least for me, I used to be like excited getting an email. Like, oh shit, I got an email. That's why I read every listserv I joined for like update. Yeah, you would read them. You'd be like, oh snap, Sports Illustrated sent me a new update for today. Let me read it. Like people are inundated with email now. You don't understand how much it was like a treat to get an email. So if you did get an email from Stacy saying, hey, flip your 10,000, you're like, oh snap, I'm on something because I don't get, nobody really got email. I'm gonna get this $10.
Forward me your routing information. I'm telling you, scamity scam.
And I just got this checking account. Oh,
and y'all don't understand either though. I used to roll the hustle with the I used to deposit a check into my bank account for it could show that I had more, but it was a bad check. And then I better roll for the night. It gets you for the night. Like man, I'm going out. I need to buy me 3-4 drinks at this bar at the club. I'm gonna put this little 20, or you can say you deposited 20. It was like a weird thing in some banks where you could say it was a deposit in there for $20-some, and it's like, oh man, I ain't put the check in the thing, and it believes whatever. And it believes whatever because it didn't. Y'all don't know now. It scans the check and gets the seal. No, it would just go and deposit. It would trust off what you put in that was deposited in that on that check. Yep. So they didn't know until the next day. You got and it would accredit your account as long as it probably wasn't crazy. You couldn't be like, oh, I'll put $5,000 in there. You think you're getting $5,000, but if you put 25 on there or $30, it was like, okay, cool. You got $30 and it's on your card. You rolling.
Man, back when you could swipe your credit card at the pump.
Back when gas money was $5.
Man, a dollar.
And don't let it be on the Saturday.
As long as you had $1 in your bank account and it just approved that dollar. You was gonna fill up that tank and ride for the week. You was gonna be over.
Don't let it be Saturday, Stacy. Where you put that little bad check in there, and you can wait all the way till Monday. You got Saturday and Sunday with them $50.
Oh, we balling out all weekend.
Yeah.
Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it,
They're gonna have to catch me. They're gonna have to catch me. I ain't with that bank account anyway.
and they just sent me a credit card from Verizon.
Listen, I what I'll say is this: I think Bank of America will not let me. I don't think I can walk into the building anymore.
Hey, this cool ass Scott from the I Love 90s Music Podcast. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like it. On the SOLC Network, you finna get all the real deal on the 90s, the 2000s, and the splash of that 80s. Do it right now, man, and I'll be your friend.